Before we get started, let's check out the links in my description. We all want nice things. We want the car, we want a house, we want a high limit credit card. But if you don't have at least a 680 credit score, you're not even in the game. So click this link here to know where you stand and get your free credit scores from all three bureaus. That will be Experian, Transunion, and Equifax. And also get your reports. If you would like to be free and become financially independent through entrepreneurship, click this link here to be free. If you'd like to get cash back, which is a discount during shopping, please click this link here to see my favorite cashback sites. And if you enjoy the music you hear in the background, please click the link here and subscribe to It's Oasis. Hello everyone, welcome back to Community Wealth. Today I'm going to update on what's going on with my cash rewards card after I got the credit limit increase of $6,000, which brought my credit limit to $9,000. Gonna update you on what's going on with the card. I told you in a couple of previous videos that it reported, and now it's reporting the balance. And so I'm going to show you the scores and the impact the activity on the card had on my scores. But it's going to be the Vantage right now, and Vantage is Equifax and TransUnion. And it's not the Fico score, the one that the lenders use, but it's a good measuring tool to use to see where you're at in your credit journey. But before we get into that, if you would like to know your FICO scores and what's on your reports for all three bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, click the credit monitoring link in the description below. If you would like to make $500 to $1,000 per week on your own time using your vehicle, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. Now, if you don't have a car or you don't want to use your own car, then you can click the Wealth Hire Car link in the description below, along with the Wealth Dasher link, and that way you can use the hire car to then make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your own time. You want to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500? Click the Be Free link in the description below. And while you're shopping online during the holiday season and even ongoing, and you want to get cash back, you can do that by clicking the Cashback link in the description below. Now let's get to it. As I stated previously, this is going to be for the Credit Karma scores, which are the Vantage scores. Now these are not the scores that the vast majority of lenders use, but this is the score that you can use as a good measuring tool to understand what's going on in your credit. And actually tell you the different things that's happening in your credit too. That's why I do like Credit Karma. But it's only for TransUnion and Equifax. Experian is not on there. And I don't think I have an Experian Vantage update yet. I usually use my Experian Vantage with Nav and Credit.com. But I'm going to show you what's going on with that, what's going on with my cash rewards card, and how it's impacting my credit scores just for the Vantage right now. I'm going to do another video on the FICO score, which is just Experian right now, and then of course later on when I get the updates on all three of the FICO scores, I'll do a video on that as well, like I always do. But right now we're going to focus on what's happening in the Vantage area with Equifax and TransUnion with Credit Karma regarding my cash rewards card. Okay, so remember, I just got a credit limit increase. I did a video about that. I requested $25,000. They gave me an increase of $6,000, which brought my credit limit to $9,000 on the cash rewards card for Navy Federal. So let's get into it. Now here you're seeing this is the TransUnion score, and this is my Equifax score. And I said in my other videos, if you watched them, if you've seen them, that my score is going to drop because I have high utilization on the card, and I knew that's what was going to happen, which is why I got the credit limit increase. Well, I was hoping to get the credit limit increase, so that's why I did it, because I knew I was going to do something. And so now it reported, and this is what happened. You see my TransUnion Vantage score dropped 11 points, which means I was at 685, as you know. So it dropped 11 points for the Transunion. And now over on the Equifax side, it also dropped 11 points to 677, which lets you know that I was at 688. All right. So first we're going to go with Transunion because I know the Transunion first. Now, here's the Transunion. Okay, 11 points it dropped. And they're saying that paying down this card early can help your score, which obviously that's the utilization because my utilization is high. So we're going to go here. We're going to go into the see what changed. Now, it dropped 11 points, and here's why. We have two changes. The Navy Federal credit card balance increased by $3,888. So it increased by $3,888. And I think it's $3,991 is where I'm at now. The $3,991. And remember, my limit is $9,000. So that's about 44%. But here, this is why it didn't drop even further. Because I got the credit limit increase. You see it increased by $6,000. So because of this, it kind of kept this for dropping my score like a rock. Because this is 44%. If I hadn't got an increase, because your score increases when you get a increase, your score increases when you get a credit limit increase as well. So if I hadn't got an increase, but this went up by 44%, my credit score would have dropped well over 11 points. So because this, it kind of kept this from dropping even further. All right, so that's with the Transunion. So let's go over here. And pretty much it's going to say the same thing with Equifax. But you see here, I was at 685, dropped to 674. Equifax, the same thing. You see, I was at 688, 677, right? And it's going to pretty much say the same thing. It's saying paying down this score, you know, this is Credit Karma, is what they say. I said paying down the score, I meant paying back down that card. Okay, so right here, the same thing. Increased $3,888. So again, it shows that I went from 3% to 44%. See that? 3% to 44%. All right. Now, you see here, I went from $3,000 to $9,000. So again, this is a positive. So this counteracted that negative, but I still dropped. But if this hasn't happened and I went up 44%, my credit score would have just dropped tremendously. We talking probably a good 20 points. All right, so this is a good thing. So this is what's going on with my Navy Federal credit card, and this is what happens when you get that high utilization. Your scores start to drop. Okay, so we're gonna go back to here. So now we're gonna scroll down and look at some other stuff. All right. Here's the payment history. This has a good impact. If this is never good if it's not 100%. So if you miss one payment, this 100% is always good with payment history. It's gonna always be this color, you know, unless you at 100%. All right. This right here, because of my other credit cards, are at the 3 and 5% range. So at 44%, it kept me under 30% because of my other credit cards. So that's why it's always good to keep most of your credit cards at 10% or less, preferably under 10%. I'm saying the 3 to 7% range. You want to keep your credit card at 3 to 7% range. And just because, and just in case one goes up, like what just happened to me, you're gonna stay under that 30%. You want to stay as low as possible. Now, if this would have went above 30%, it's catastrophic. I mean, it would have been damaged. Because now I'm over that threshold. They say they want your cards to be 30% or less. But if I went to 50%, this probably would have been damaging very much. This would have been over 30%. But because I knew what was going to happen, I was preparing myself for that. I kept my other cards at 3 and 5%. And so I knew the card I got the credit limit increase on, the high credit limit increase, I knew I can do what I needed to do, and I could still stand at 30%. I knew I was going to take a hit. I was pointing to that when in my other videos. I was saying, hey, you know, when I get this, when it hit, I'm going to do a video about it, and this is what I'm doing. So because that one card is at 44%, but my others are at 3 and 5%, that saved me. So now I'm still under 30%. This is high. This is not good. But see, I'm still in the green. Still in the green. So I'm under 30%. But it'll be even much better because this is not green, but this is green. This was green last time, you know. But I got to get it back down, and I'm going to get it down. I ain't worried about it. So I'm going to get it down. But hey, I need to do what I need to do. All right. Here it is, the 1 year, 10 months, 8 total accounts, 2 hard inquiries, you know. So when I get this down, it's going to be great. So that's that. I'm going to go over to Equifax, which is going to be pretty much the same thing. Let's see. Here's the reported balance. Yeah, I was right. $3,991. That's what it is. All right. So now, again, the same exact thing. 94%, 29%. You know, the only difference is the 4 inquiries. That's the only difference. And that was when I bought the car, and they hit my Equifax and my Experian. All right. But see, this is yellow. I'm gonna have a couple of things fall off next year. I'm not too concerned about that because I don't apply for credit like that anyway. But here we go. 94%, 29%, 8 accounts. It's all the same. Now I'm gonna update once I see what's going on with my Experian, Vantage, and also when everything updates with my Fico. All right. So once I see on my Fico side what's happening, then I'll update what's going on with that. But hope this helped you out. So now you see what happens when you get high utilization. It's gonna drop your score. It's gonna happen. So when you get high utilization, it's gonna drop your score, and all you gotta do is just turn it around. You can fix high utilization. It's hard to fix late payments. If I had a late payment, this would have been probably about 20-30 points easily. So you can fix high utilization, just pay down a card. It's harder to fix late payments. All right. So again, hope you got information out of this video. Hope they helped you out. Hope you understand what's happening. Now you see that I got the card. You see why I got the card, and you see what I was saying was going to happen. And take it, utilize it on your daily basis if you can, or if you would like to, or now you see what's going to happen if you do the same thing I just did. All right, you get it hacked, you get a credit limit increase, use the card up, but don't go past 50%. That's what the damage is going to be. You go past 50%, you're going to damage yourself. Try your best to stay under 50% on that card, unless you really have to. If it's an emergency, that's what the card is for. That's what it's for. Emergency. So if you have an emergency, you got to use that card and jack it up over 50%. Do so. I'm not saying not to do it, but if you don't have to do that, you want to just go out shopping on the card, buying stuff you don't need to be buying and all that good stuff. You don't need to do that. I used the card because I had to. It wasn't something that I wanted to do. I had to do it, you know, because of what's going on right now. I had to do it. But now I see I got it taken care of. Now I can go back, get the card back down, everything back to normal. All right. But anyway, hope you got a lot out of this. Hope it helped you out. Hope it gave you an idea what you can do and how you can rectify it. And thanks for watching. If you would like to know your FICO scores and what's on your reports from all 3 bureaus, Transunion, Equifax, and Experian, click the credit monitoring link in the description below. If you would like to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week utilizing your vehicle on your own time, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. If you don't have a vehicle or you don't want to use your own vehicle, then click the Wealth Hire Car link in the description below. And that way you can hire a car and use that vehicle to then Wealth Dash and make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your own time. If you want to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500, click the Be Free link in the description below. And if you'd like to get cash back while shopping online, click the Cashback link in the description below. Like, share the video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to It's Oasis, and until the next video, let's get this money.